In this video, we are going to be talking about how to 3x your views using a simple strategy, overlook strategy called playlist and series. We're going to be getting into that as well as answering your questions, all in that and more coming up on the Colin Michael Show. Hello and welcome back to the first edition of the Colin Michael Show. I'm so glad everyone is here live, and I'm doing this actually early Saturday morning for me in Wisconsin in the United States. But hey, I can actually see we've got some people here we got the Philippines, we got people here from Ethiopia. That's why I did it this early, so that way everyone around the world, time-wise, it seems to work out for most people. So I'm glad you're here, and we're going to get deep diving into how to actually 3x your views. And this isn't something that is like, oh, this won't apply to my channel. This isn't something that only select niches can use. Everyone can use this strategy to completely catapult their views. But just want to say hi to people in the chat real quick before we jump into this. What is up, Sean? What is up, Mason? I saw you here for a bit already. We have Anido. Nice to see you here. All right, we're going to jump into this. We've got Mr. Anthony Locke in the building. This isn't Mr. Beast. All right, let's jump into this. I'm so excited because this is awesome. And as I was putting this all together, I was getting excited too, because this will 3x your views if you do this properly. And this all begins with a story of me fighting my siblings, because we play video games. I come from a big family. And with that, like, we play Super Smash Bros. And so with that, like, sometimes they beat me in the game. Sometimes I'm losing. I'm the older brother. I have to beat them because I'm the older brother. And so I went to YouTube. And I was like, okay, I got to get better at this game so that way I can beat them. So I go to YouTube and I search Super Smash Bros. Basics to try and figure this out. This video pops up, Art of Smash Beginner Part 1. And so I click on it because I'm like, okay, I need to learn this. Got to beat my siblings. So I click on the video. I start watching it, and I'm going through learning all like the basic components of the game, all those things. And then take a look at this. As I'm watching it, I look over to the side and I see Art of Smash Advanced Part 2. And so for me, it's like, I want to be the best. I want to win this game. I want to be the top player. I'm going to go and watch this part 2 of this because I want to be advanced. And you can kind of see what happened here because of the part 1 of this video. It said part 1. It told me in my head that this is only one part of this entire series. And then right next to it comes part 2, the more advanced series. I ended up in a series, in a playlist. And that is the power. If you can use this correctly, you can get someone to completely binge watch your channel, and they'll just get sucked in and start watching tons of your videos. So here are the benefits of why you should do this. It's easy for brand new viewers to consume a lot of your content versus one video. When you think about it, that's exactly what happened to me. I went, saw Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, watched one video, watched the advanced, continued watching more of this guy's videos, and I was just binge watching because I wanted all the value. So it makes it really easy for anyone to come in and get value. It also allows people looking for specific information to find it without having to search through a long video. Now, this guy, he could have just put this all into one video. Instead of doing part 1, part 2, part 3, he could have just been like, oh, I'm just going to make this one long video with everything you need in it, and that'll be it. Well, for people who are just looking for beginner stuff, they don't care about the advanced stuff. Maybe someone just wants to learn the basic components and then just leave, and then half your video is not getting any audience retention. By separating these and making part 1 and part 2 for different people, if someone's just looking for the advanced, or if someone's looking for an expert level, or if someone's just looking for beginner, by separating those and then instead just putting them in a playlist, everyone gets the information they want. And then people who want all of it can still get all of it because it's part of a series. So it's really easy for people to find specific information. If someone's just searching for, they've already played the game for a bit and they're just looking for something more advanced, they can watch it. If they're just a complete newbie and they're about to play with their kid and they just want a quick 10 minutes of how to play the game, they also get that value too. So it's like a win-win for everyone. And then there's also, this tells YouTube that this person loves your content and can cause YouTube to recommend your content more often to them, as well as to similar audience groups. Because now, instead of them just clicking on one video, that's the power there. Instead of them just clicking on one video of yours and then leaving, what do you think it tells YouTube when YouTube sees someone clicks on one of your videos and clicks on another one of your videos and then clicks on another one of your videos? Because you made part 1, part 2, part 3. What do you think that tells YouTube? It tells YouTube, hey, I need to, this is a great video. When someone clicks on it, they watch 3 videos. And there, you just tripled your views, just like that. Just because you did a part 1, part 2, part 3. Huge, huge. And if I actually go over to his channel, this is one of the playlists he has on his channel. You can see part 1, beginner, part 2, advanced, part 3, expert, part 4, master. See how he did all those different parts there? And then underneath it, he has Art of Ike, Art of Kirby. He's going through all the characters, or at least some of the main ones, and shows you how to use them specifically, on top of just teaching you the main components of the game. This is literally everything a beginner needs. Everything. And what's also amazing about this, and this is what's super cool, this number right here, 659,000 views. That's not the number of views from all the videos combined in the playlist. Those are playlist views. Those are people outside of these videos who clicked on this playlist and started watching videos. That's where those views came from, just from the playlist. If you click on the first video, it got over 400,000 views. So all these combined are easily over like 1 million views, but the playlist got 659,000 views. It's insane what will happen if you do playlist content. And the best part too is, and I said this before too, you want to be a bridge from your audience's problems to their goals. You want to be a bridge from your audience problems to their goals. So when your audience comes to YouTube, like, think about this in my scenario. My goal was to be a better player at this game. This person solved that problem to the furthest extent by making this entire series for me to watch. Now, other than just doing part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, you can put that at the end of your titles, but you could also just do something as simple as this. Just in the video, just say, now this is part 1 of our 3-part series. So for the most value, be sure to watch the full series by clicking the link in the description. That's super easy. Just saying that, just letting them know in the middle of the video that this is just part of one of 3, and there's more value here. That lets them know I need to go to the playlist. I need to go and watch more of this content if I want to get all the value that this guy's providing. Because guess what? I bet you are adding really good value in your videos, but they might just be like, oh, get to the end of the video, this guy can't add more value to me. Letting them know that there's a playlist of content that will totally change their life, that's going to go even further. So just say something like that. Creating searchable content while using series/playlist is game-changing, but this can also be done for viral style content. Take a look at this. This is Mr. Beast, okay? He did a video, the $1 Million Influencer Tournament. He ended the video on a cliff. He left like 10 contestants left and made a part 2. So instead of someone just clicking on one of his videos, which, I mean, normally people watch his videos already, a lot just because they are that top quality. But because he made it a part 2, now people have to finish it. They couldn't finish one of Mr. Beast's videos. They had to go and watch the second one. And that's actually what this is right here. You put an end card at the end of the video, pointing people to the part 2 once it came out. What he also did is he put in the description, He pinned his comment on top saying, this is where part 2 is. It's going to be released then. Go watch it. He could have gone back in here and maybe updated it with a link to the video. And that's what I like to do. I go in the comments. I'll pin a comment of myself with a link in there saying, go check out the rest. Go check out the rest of this playlist for the most value. So someone clicks on the playlist, because sometimes, hey, people scroll through comments. I know I scroll through comments on YouTube. People scroll through comments. They're going to see that pinned comment right there. And then they're going to be able to click the link, opens up a playlist, and they're getting value. It's another way to send someone to that playlist. So you can utilize that as well. Now, this is a question for you guys. How could you use playlists? I want to hear you guys in the comment section. I want to hear you. How could you apply this to your own channel? Whether it's entertainment, whether it's education, there are ways you can add this. For me, on my channel, it is, I do a lot of editing tutorials where it's like, here's the basic editing of this app. Here's the advanced editing of this app. And oh, by the way, do you know how to add music? Do you know how to green screen? Do you know how? And I have an entire playlist dedicated to this that's gotten me thousands of views, showing everything someone might need to know. I am that bridge from their problems to their goals. If they want to learn anything CapCut, I have it. Anything KineMaster, anything this, anything that, I've got it covered. And that's what you want to have for your channel. If you're not, even if you don't have series content up yet, just build playlists. Your content has probably, you probably have similar topics you talk about. If you put them in a playlist, just go to your comment section, pin that playlist down below, and you'll start potentially getting views there. Here we go. For like a playthrough game. That'd be perfect, because now you've got all the parts right there. People can easily watch the entire series. Playthrough game works perfectly. That works. Tutorials work. Entertainment content works. If you have your own show or your own podcast, that works. There's so many different ways you would be able to do this. Or clip montages where you're just showing like your best skills at a game. If you had a playlist of that showing it, then people can go through all the cool clips that you show. And that says, definitely need to start building playlists. Great advice, Colin. Hey, Annette. Yes, playlists, huge. Even if you're doing, let's say like there's so many aspects where it could get in deep, where it's like a playlist could help me, whether that's real estate, whether that's plumbing, like every company could have like a playlist that they could use on their channel. Even vlogs. If there's certain vlogs, like maybe where you're staying at a certain place, you could have those in a playlist and use them. Mason says Minecraft series or something. Exactly. You could have I'm sure Dream has a playlist of his all Minecraft survival series, so people can just literally click play on it and it'll just go through all of his videos. Anthony says, I have playlists for everything. Yes, everything. I've even taken the time sometimes to just make playlists that I enjoy, mixed with some of my videos in it. So that way people can scroll through, they get value from other people, and they get value from me. So yeah, huge. But that's what I had for you guys today, presentation wise. But I do want to open it up to open Q&A. If anyone has questions, I know I saw some questions flow through during the opening of this. If you do have questions, drop them down below. I want to help you guys out and help you grow your YouTube channel. Or even if it pertains to editing and filmmaking and all that kind of stuff, I want to help you guys do that. But man, when I started doing this research here with playlists and stuff, like I even went and looked at some of mine, like some of my playlists have like 80,000 views as a result of me just putting stuff into a playlist. Like that's 80,000, you know how much AdSense that is? How much AdSense is that? I think if I get 100,000 views, that is like $500 AdSense in based on my RPM. Like that's $500 I didn't have just because I put stuff into a playlist. If you're trying to get monetized, having a playlist is a great way to rack up some watch time and rack up some views. Huge. Let's see. Sean Boy says, how do you gain subs from videos? If you're trying to gain subs from videos, the best strategy is to just add value, I would think. And I know that's kind of a lame answer, where it's just like, oh, add value. That's that's so broad. But what happened with my channel is every 100,000 views I got, I gained 1,000 subscribers. So if you think in that aspect for now, like there's no guarantee that, you know, maybe you'll get 100,000 views and you only get 500 subscribers. But when I got 100,000 views, I usually get about 1,000 subscribers. So find a way to reach that number. And a great way to reach that number is to add value to people. So ways you can add value, like I like to tell people, is to do tutorial content, or you can add value through entertainment by making unique content. That'd be a way to do that. But the main thing is you have to get in front of people and give them a reason to subscribe. That doesn't mean saying something in the beginning of your video where it's like, please subscribe to my channel. People will subscribe when they see that you're entertaining. They'll subscribe if, you know, maybe if you're in a gaming niche, they'll subscribe because you are a very good player at the game. And so they're like, man, I want to follow this guy because he's freaking good at this game. Or they're going to subscribe because you're adding value. Like a lot of my videos where it's just like how to add music in CapCut, which got like 400,000 views. I got so many subscribers from that video because people are like, oh my gosh, you solved my problem. Thanks. I'm subscribing. I just solved their problem and they subscribe just as a result of it. So, you know, I think that's the easiest way to gain subs from videos. And also, that's the other thing. When more people watch your videos and playlists, they begin to like you more because you're giving them more content, more value. If I watch one person's video, I might subscribe. If I watch 3 to 5 of them, not only is YouTube going to recommend that content more to me, but I'm like, man, this guy's really adding value. I just watched 3 to 5 of his videos. I'm going to subscribe because I'm obviously just on this channel for so long. So there's another way. You do YouTube for full-time job. Yes, I am a full-time YouTuber officially. I've been full-time for 3 weeks, so still a newbie when it comes to being full-time. But yes, I've made it. It's exciting. Do you use iMovie on Mac? I have messed around with iMovie. It's not what I edit on. I still primarily edit on my iPad. So I'm using LumaFusion. It's very Premiere Pro-esque from Adobe. Just incredible video editor. Love LumaFusion. That's what I use. And sometimes I go over to like Premiere Pro a bit just because I want After Effects, and there's a lot of cool drag and drop graphics that you can use from like Envato Elements, but you need Premiere Pro to use those. But yeah, I'm still mobile editing on an iPad. Shunny Boy says YouTube isn't really promoting small YouTubers. Yes, they are. They'll promote you till years and years to come. And I've told people about this before. I wonder if I can actually pull this up here quick enough. I'm going to open up YouTube Studio here. I'm going to go to my oldest video on my channel because I just want to show you that even your worst possible videos, YouTube is still throwing out your content regardless of it being like the worst video possible. So let's see. I'm going back to my old videos. I'm looking for one. Let's see. I know I've got some really bad ones up here. Some of them are private, but that's okay. Here we go. Pulling up analytics. We're going to take a look. I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see this, because guess what? YouTube promotes your videos regardless of if they're good or not. They never give up on you. So here we go. We're on my screen here. Hope you all can see, right? Yep. Cool. Let me make it full screen for you guys. So look at this. This is a video I made called Cinematic Film Look $100 Phone. YouTube showed this to 206 people. And this came out, how long ago is this? Let's see the lifetime of the video here. Since uploaded, this came out in 2018. It's only gotten a total of 277 views. This came back in 2018. And in the last 28 days, this is years. That's 4 years ago. This was shot on an iPhone SE. Who's looking for a video on the first iPhone SE? No one's looking for a video on the iPhone SE, but it's still here. It's still showing. And look at that. YouTube showed it to 206 people. But this is the problem. This right here is the issue. Impressions click-through rate, 1.5%. YouTube tried to show this to 200 people and only 1% clicked on it. Whose fault is it? It's mine. It's my fault. I did not make either a good topic, a good title, or a good thumbnail because no one's clicking on this. YouTube hasn't given up. You'd think YouTube would have given up after 4 years and would probably stop showing this to people. Like, this is a very old video. Not that great. I blab for like 3 minutes and then I show like some cool cinematic video with an iPhone SE. Horrible video. If we watched it, you would probably leave the stream. But it's still, this isn't YouTube's fault. YouTube's promoting this small video. It's just no one's clicking on it. And that's what normally it is you have to look at your analytics. That's what I would say. Take a look at the analytics on your channel and look at those videos. So if it's not getting any impressions, it means no one's seeing it, which could be just a topic problem. If no one's looking, if your video is titled, let's just do an example here. Not saying you do this kind of content, but let's just say your title is Roblox montage, just because I do have a lot of people who follow me who play Roblox. So Roblox montage. How is it, someone's gonna put that into the search bar, and then there's gonna be 100,000 videos of Roblox montages? I can't be seen. No one's looking for that content. So obviously I'm not going to get any impressions on that video. If instead I did like new Roblox update or 5 best horror games in Roblox or something related to that people actually potentially search on YouTube, I'm going to get more impressions. And then once you get impressions, you need to focus on getting people to click on those videos, which means you have to have really good topics. Topic is huge. If you don't choose a good topic, no one clicks on the video. And then once it's a good topic, you got to make sure your title's enticing and your thumbnail's enticing. So I think a lot more people need to spend more time focusing on topic, title, and thumbnail versus everything else. Because if no one clicks, you can have the greatest video in the world and no one's going to watch it. If you look at early days of Mr. Beast, and I hate to always bring up Mr. Beast examples, I think everyone does. But early days, he had crazy topics that were just interesting to click on, counting to 100,000. And you see a person in misery as the thumbnail, and it's a very simple title, and it's interesting topic because someone's being an idiot online. You click on that because it was an interesting topic. Now, you don't have to do super extreme stuff like that, but just make good topics and then make good thumbnails and titles to go along with those. So I think that's the key. YouTube definitely promotes small creators. There's small channels that just take off because they got the right ideas right. So I think you can take off even if you are a small channel. All right, let's get back to some other questions here. So we got, if you see Mr. K in the comment section, that is my wife's account, and I have my siblings over in the other room right now. So if you see all these people spamming my chat and I haven't blocked them yet and you're wondering why, it's because I probably should block them, but then my wife's gonna be mad at me. So that's what the Mr. K comments are, the weird Elmo photo, just so you all know. That's what's going on. All right. Praveen says, I just got a shotgun mic. It has a cold shoe mount. What's the difference between hot shoe and cold shoe mount? So I think it's just the two opposites. So a hot shoe mount, there's basically the slot that slides into, and then there's the piece that slides into that slot on your camera. So one of those is called a hot, one of those is called a cold. I don't know which one's which. I'm dyslexic. But basically, on your camera, there should be a slot that shotgun mic slides into. If not, you'd probably want to, I believe cold shoe mount is the piece that you can slide a shotgun mic into. So if you don't have it on your camera, you might have to just get a cold shoe mount from like Amazon or something, so you can slide your camera in and be able to use it. What's up, Inner Fox YouTube? Thanks for being here. Is your mic an actual shotgun? It sounds interesting. I think maybe in reference to Praveen, I do have a shotgun mic. I have a Rode NTG above me. I'm going to tilt up. You can see the microphone right there. It's a Rode NTG that I'm using. And so I just have like a stand that I bought off of Amazon, and it's pointing the mic right at me, so you can't see it, but I'm getting like audio as close to my mouth as possible, which helps with my audio. Tech for Your Needs is here. Nice to see you, sir. Thanks for coming in. 30's Magic says, I saw a channel today who gained 190K subs with 4 short videos in just one single day. I was amazed. Channel was created today and got 190K just in one day. Whew. Yeah. Short channels can take off easily. YouTube has nothing against small channels. They just want to make sure you're making good content. That's all they're after. And shorts is really easy to gain a lot of subscribers because, yeah, you just need a few good. If you make a really good short and it takes off, you could get a lot of subscribers. How good those subscribers are is debatable. I've heard a lot of people say that they get a bunch of these subscribers from YouTube Shorts and then they try to make long form content and no one watches because they just were there for the little short form videos. But yeah. All right. We'll do that. All right. Let's see here. What is up, sir, from Pakistan? Thank you for being here. Appreciate it. Title and thumbnail play a huge role. Absolutely. You got to make those titles and thumbnails. You gotta kill it there. I think that is the number one thing that most new creators miss out is just the topic, the title, and the thumbnail. If you just invested like 90% of your time into creating a video, into making a killer thumbnail, a killer topic, and a killer title, it's going to just exponentially grow your channel. You can figure out how to increase audience retention once you get to that point, but you should be at like a 15 to 20% click-through rate. If you're at a 15 to 20% click-through rate and you're getting also a lot of impressions on top of that, you can fix the audience retention problem later. You got to, get on that next level thumbnail creation, guys. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to make next level thumbnails. Even though I've got a lot of subscribers on my channel, you know what I'm focused on? Topic, title, thumbnail. I need interesting topics. The thumbnail has to be killer. The title has to be really simple and easy for people to understand. That's what I'm focusing on myself. When I'm going through my video ideas, all I'm thinking about is what's going to be an amazing topic for my audience that they just have to click on. I'm not doing crazy challenges. I'm doing like video editing tutorials. I give YouTube tips. I do things like that. How do I make a killer topic? And then I think I try to design the thumbnail in my head, and then I'll sometimes design it before I even make the video, because that's all that matters. Getting people to click on your videos. So important. Let's see. Hey, Dalen. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you. Got my Clubhouse fam. If you guys aren't on Clubhouse, you should definitely join the Clubhouse app. It's like a social talking app. I'm on there all the time. But nice to see Clubhouse family in here. CT Warp says, I recommend making YouTube shorts. I do one to two per day, and if they pop up, I usually get a subscriber or two. Nice. I'm actually trying to explore the TikTok realm right now with like video editing and different stuff like that. So, it's a lot of work doing those short form content and putting it together. Let's see. How come some short videos with good titles and good tags don't go viral? So shorts are a completely different like animal compared to regular YouTube. Shorts can be somewhat searchable. And so sometimes if you search for something, the short will pop up. But most of the time, people are clicking that shorts button and just scrolling. And it's randomly feeding videos based on, usually YouTube's basing it on things you've previously watched, things they think you might be interested in. They're trying to figure you out. For a while on YouTube Shorts, I was seeing a lot of these business guru guys because I usually like watching those shorts. And they were popping up and I'm just scrolling through. Title's not really affecting it too much. So when it comes to shorts, it's a little bit different. For mainstream YouTube, your topic, title, and thumbnail, super important. I think for shorts, Some people might see that title if they do search for a topic and they scroll down and they see some shorts down below. So that title is important, but you can't have a thumbnail. And then what's probably more important is like the first second of your short. Did you hook the attention? Did you not? Because if you didn't hook the attention, they're off scrolling again. So Anthony says Emily Baker has gained 500,000 subs from her coverage of the Depp Heard trial. It's crazy, absolutely crazy. And she took advantage of something that's going on, of an opportunity, and she 10x'd on that because it's a current event. And yeah, that's nuts. That's crazy. She's gonna get to like 1 million subscribers like pretty darn soon. So Shawnee boy, sorry if I'm just catching up. But thumbnails are literally the problem for me. I'm on mobile and I don't have a computer. I actually edit almost all my thumbnails on mobile. Like the picture for this thumbnail for this live stream was designed on mobile. I'm still a mobile person. I'm not the biggest computer fan. What I would suggest you to do, find people in your niche. If you're having trouble making thumbnails, what I would suggest is find people within your niche who have really good thumbnails that are getting a lot of views, that are the bigger creators in your audience, and then recreate those thumbnails on your phone. So look at them. You can put it up, use it as an example, and try to recreate it yourself, putting yourself in their spot. And what that's going to do is it's going to show you how they design their thumbnails. Now you got to figure out, okay, how do I get that grassy background? How do I get the text to look that way? How do I get that background color? And when you go through and you practice designing thumbnails like they design thumbnails, you're going to learn the skills of how to make thumbnails that stand out. And then you'll be able to apply to some of those same styles and techniques that they use onto your own thumbnails. So use them as a reference. If you notice my thumbnails and Think Media's thumbnails and Justin Brown's thumbnails, we're all pretty similar. We all do pretty similar styles. And that's because certain specific audiences respond differently to different thumbnails. So in my niche, like Think Media, vidIQ, Justin Brown, they all have this similar style background where it's usually a colorful background. You're pointing at something. There's usually text, maybe an image of sort, maybe a graph is there for growth. All of us have those same style thumbnails because that's what works in our niche. So figure out who your niche is, design thumbnails similar to those so you can learn those skills and practice and figure out how they did what they did. And then you can use those same techniques. You're not stealing everything from them and doing a direct copy and then just uploading it. You're learning, taking the time to learn how to make really good thumbnails by learning from your competitors. Justin Brown, for example, would hold up a phone when he's talking about his video editing tutorials for mobile. So what I did was I started holding up a phone too in some of my thumbnails to show that, yes, this is a mobile app. It's like, man, that's genius. If you're trying to communicate to people in a thumbnail that you're teaching them how to edit on mobile, why not hold a phone up to show that, this video is about a mobile phone? It made sense. So I was inspired by that and took that and started using it in my own way. So that'd be my recommendation. Learn from the people who are already doing really well with it. And that'll definitely improve your skills. All right. Question: do you do lives a lot or not? I'm trying to make this a weekly Saturday morning live stream. So you should be able to see me here every Saturday. According to YouTube, Saturday mornings is when most of my audience is online. So I'm not a morning person. But if you guys are all on Saturdays, I think it's because US is waking up, which is where I'm from. But then Philippines, it's usually like their evening. And then like the UK, it's usually like the afternoon-ish, depending, where you are. So it's like all my audience is usually awake at this time versus me doing it in the evening, which I think is like more morning-esque for like Philippines. And then I think it's nighttime for the UK. So this kind of seems like to be the best time, but I hope to do this every single Saturday for you guys. Different topics. Think about doing channel reviews as well for one of those topics. So we'll see how that goes. Let's see. What is up, Doc? Thanks for coming in. You missed a little, but don't worry. I'm gonna chapter this whole entire live stream up with all the questions, the presentation I did in the beginning, make it really easy to consume again. If anyone wants to go back or listen to any of the questions, all of that. Let's see here. Ooh, people who use CapCut. Doc says, guys, this is coming from personal experience. So listen, if you have been using CapCut for a while, it's time to clear data cache. Before you clear data, make sure you don't have any drafts. Interesting. So yeah, make sure if you use CapCut, do that. Guess could probably mess up with your editing software. It sounds like. Do you think LumaFusion will put Pen Tool and Puppet Tool in the future? I'm not sure, but I think LumaFusion's focus is on like professional editing. So I'm hoping they bring like I think that might be in reference to like Photoshop. I'm hoping they just come out with just masking, like legit masking, where I can zoom in and put little dots to mask out someone, so that way you can do crazy masking effects. Keyframes is awesome. They came out with a warp stabilizer, so it stabilizes your footage using software, and it's like the legit software stabilization from like After Effects, which was awesome. I'm super glad that's in there. So I'm sure they're going to get a whole bunch of awesome stuff coming up in the future here. What is up, Angie? Welcome to the live stream. Glad you're here as well. Nice to see you. Let's see. Are you going live with your phone? If you do, how? I'm actually using a camera set up for this, plugged into my computer. But you can go live on your phone. If you open up the YouTube app, and click the camera icon, you can actually go live right from there. Otherwise, there are some apps I know that'll let you do a live stream. You could technically, I'm using StreamYard right now. You could probably run StreamYard through your phone. You'd be going through like your web browser though, and conducting a live stream that way. But because StreamYard is web-based, you could potentially just use it from your phone, technically. Let's see. My brother, I want to ask a question. How you can license your YouTube videos? Not exactly familiar with licensing. I've never done that really. So I may not be the person to really ask about that. But I'm sure there's some people who might have posted it online, but I'm not too familiar with licensing. FN Pro Gamer asks, question, are outros a good thing to have for gaming on YouTube? Depends what your outro is. Because what will happen a lot of times, if you check your YouTube analytics, you'll see this, is your audience retention will be running, and then right when you get to the end of the video and the viewer realizes it just goes and crashes. So normally you want to do either a very sudden ending, so the viewer's watching and poof, it didn't crash down. The viewer just ended the video. If you can get viewers to just get to the very, very end, that's like the best case scenario. The other thing you could do for an outro is point people to watch more of your content. And that's what I usually do at the end of mine is I point people to do something. I give them a call to action. So whether that's to sign up for my free YouTube training, or whether that's to click on this playlist to watch more CapCut tutorials. I always have a call to action at the end of my videos. So I'm sending someone somewhere, and I'm not saying, because if you just end it with, hey, thanks guys, be sure to like, subscribe, and you just end it that way, it's telling the viewer, I have no more value to add. Go watch someone else. And there's the whole suggested tab here of videos you can watch. We don't want that. We want them to keep watching you. So if you're like, be sure to check out this video a few weeks ago where I, did this in this game. Now you're pointing someone to another video where they'll go watch and consume more of your content, thus telling YouTube that this is a good channel. This video, people who watch FN Pro Gamer watch a lot of his videos, so we should promote him more. I don't have a long outro. Either end it abruptly or try and point people to more content would be my opinion. Do I do vlogs? I do not do vlogs. I don't think I have that interesting of a life where I'd want to vlog it. Well, I don't think any of us do, but yeah, I don't have too much of an interest in vlogging. Colin, what is better, doing videos on hot topics or some very unique topics? I think hot topics are an easy. I would think would be the easier route. If you have enough hot topics come out in your niche that you can cover instantly, you can get a huge amount of views really, really fast. Emily D. Baker's perfect example of that. Her channel's about law. Opportunity came out with this, whole Johnny Depp case. She jumped on that. That was hot topic, and that was her niche, and she was taking advantage of it. For me, hot topics for me, which aren't very often, is like, oh, KineMaster 6 just came out. I better be the first tutorial out there on KineMaster 6 and show some of the new features. Or a new product comes out and I want to review it and talk about it while the topic's hot and people are searching it up and wondering if they should buy it or not. Because it's literally traffic. Hot topics there's a lot of traffic going around and they're wanting to watch videos about it. News channels, they're just hot topic channels where they get a whole ton of views really, really fast because people are interested in whatever news thing is going on. So those are hot topics. So I think you have a better chance covering those because there's a ton of traffic coming for that. Though it's really quick. That's the only downside. It's going to go up and it's going to go down. About 6 months from now, people aren't probably going to be watching the Johnny Depp case anymore. They're not going to be watching those videos. So all the videos on Johnny Depp are going to probably go and they're going to be gone. So hot topics are really quick. You could build a following real quick, and if they like you, they would follow you. But because it's a hot topic, it's versus unique topics. A unique topic, if it's just really interesting and good, those you could continue to get views from years to come because it's just a unique topic. I think of the I don't know why I've been thinking of this the Ryan guy on YouTube where he's like, I spent 7 days in the metaverse. Unique topic. It's probably going to still be relevant years to come because it sounds like it's an interesting concept. Not saying you have to do crazy challenges, but because it's a unique topic, people are going to click and watch it regardless. It doesn't need to be a hot topic. It's just an interesting discussion, interesting experiment that people will watch. So both have their pros and cons. Getting a really good, unique topic and executing on it is very difficult. It's very difficult to nail a super unique topic that everyone is going to want to watch and click on. It's a lot easier just to choose a hot topic because people are just clicking on videos and trying to consume as much information as possible. Oh, and Angie confirms StreamYard does work on a phone. Awesome. See, that's what's awesome about these web-based live streaming softwares. You don't even need a computer. You can just do it right from your phone. Let's see. I need water break. Actually, probably going to wrap it up. Just because we're past 45 minutes. I usually only keep these rooms 45 minutes to an hour. Just because you don't need to go on forever. I like to keep them shorter so it's easy for people to come back and rewatch these. Let's see here. Here we go. Here's a question. I'll do like one or two more questions here. So if you got one, drop it in the chat. I'll try and get to it. Off the Hook Outdoors says, question, if you make a video on a topic that is trending and it does well, but none of your other videos are doing as well as that one does that hurt your channel? No, I don't think it hurts your channel. If one video is performing well and the other ones, I heard someone say, if I'm not mistaken, one of the YouTube people on YouTube's discovery team, might have been the Creator Insider channel. People who design YouTube's discovery system, they have their own YouTube channel called Creator Insider. They share all their stuff there. But I believe each video does individually in and of itself. So if one video is doing really, really well and the other ones aren't, doesn't necessarily hurt your channel, doesn't necessarily make your channel better. But obviously, because one video is doing well, YouTube's going to start recommending some of your other content as a result. But I don't think it hurts you. You should be fine if one video is performing really well and some of the other ones aren't. I mean, that's what's happening on my channel. Look at my recent views. I've got videos where it's 1,000, 2,000 views on my videos, and I have other videos that have 1.9 million views. Those are performing really, really well, and sometimes that traffic comes over and watches some of my more recent content. So doesn't hurt you. I wouldn't think so. My views haven't been affected. My subscribers haven't been affected. My revenue has been affected, but in a good way. Do you think Final Cut will come to iPad since half of the iPad line has the M1 chip? I sure hope so. I bought an M1 iPad for that reason. I wanted Final Cut on my iPad, and then it didn't come out. So hopefully we get that. That's what I'm hoping. I want better mobile editing, though I love LumaFusion. Let's see here. Many people are uploading 100 player civilization on Minecraft. So is it a hot topic? Potentially. Check the search for it on YouTube. Look at like the top 5 to 10 videos and see if it's only coming from channels with like millions of subscribers, or if there's videos with little subscribers but with a ton of views. If that's the case, you've seen videos where, hey, this person only has like 40,000 subs, but they're getting like 200,000 views. Probably a good topic to choose. If it's someone with 2 billion subscribers and they're getting 2 million views, it's probably because it's only coming from their subscribers. So it's probably not worth doing. Is there a way to design thumbnails on CapCut? Maybe. I wouldn't recommend it. It'd probably be better just to use, I use Fonto or Canva. Canva is another easy route to go to design your thumbnails. I'd probably use something that's made specifically for making like thumbnails or graphic design like Canva versus using CapCut, which their main goal is just video editing. Question, how much you earn monthly? Please reply. That'd be motivation for us, please. Yeah, I've got a whole video on it. If you go back, I have part-time, how much I made part-time on YouTube. But I make about $4,000 a month USD. Which is a mix of AdSense, brand deals, different things like that, which should hopefully increase here shortly. I'm trying to work with some brands currently, but yeah, that's what I make. But if you go back and watch that part-time YouTuber video, it'll, I break it down as to what income comes from where, so you can see all that. Let's see. I'll do like one more question here. Growth Angie says, I looked into OBS for live and it seems so confusing. What's better, StreamYard or OBS? I prefer StreamYard just because it's easier. I do use OBS to screen record my screens if I'm ever showing something on a computer. I find that easier. I think OBS has a lot of advanced features in it. There's probably more features in OBS compared to StreamYard, but yes, there is a hard learning curve when it comes to OBS. StreamYard makes it a lot easier where it's just going. In the past, when I've used OBS, there was times where I'd live stream and my computer would shut down and it would just go black, and then I'd completely lose the live stream. I don't know if that was an OBS problem or my computer problem, but it happened multiple times when I was using OBS. But yeah. All right, I'm going to take off. Thank you guys for joining the live stream. I'll have those chapters up shortly if you guys want to rewatch and see the little presentation I did at the beginning. Thank you for being here, and I'll see you all next week, Saturday, probably around 8:30. So see you then.